Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel Coin Lovers. Today we are diving into the exciting world of US half dollars and online's be showing you two half-dollar coins that are worth big money. These coins may look like ordinary 50-cent pieces, but because of their rarity, minting history, or special errors, they can be worth far more than their face value. Whether you're a new collector or an experienced numismatist, you lines definitely want to watch this video until the end to find out if you have one of these valuable half dollars in your collection. Let's get started. The Kennedy half dollar series began in 1964, right after the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Americans wanted a way to honor him, and Congress quickly approved replacing the Franklin half dollar design with Kennedy's portrait. The obverse, designed by Chief Engraver Gilroy Roberts, features Kennedy's bust facing left with inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." The reverse design, created by Frank Gasparo, shows the presidential coat of arms, an eagle with a shield, olive branch arrows, and a circle of stars. By 1974, the coin had already been in circulation for a decade, but demand remained strong, both for sentimental reasons and collector interest. Unlike the early Kennedy halves of 1964, which were struck in 90% silver, the 1974 half dollar was minted in a copper nickel clad composition. This was a direct result of the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from circulating dimes and quarters and eventually from half dollars after 1970. The clad composition consists of a pure copper core sandwiched between two layers of copper nickel alloy. Even though these coins don't contain silver, they are still prized for their historical connection and because high-grade examples can bring a nice premium. Now let's go into mintage figures. The Philadelphia Mint struck an impressive 201,596 half dollars in 1974. The Denver Mint struck 79,066,300 pieces, while the San Francisco Mint produced 2,612 568 proof coins specifically for collectors. With such high numbers, you might think every 1974 half dollar is common, but condition rarity tells a different story. Circulated examples are indeed common, but coins in superb gem condition, those graded MS66, MS67, or proof coins with deep cameo contrast, are much scarcer than people realize. That's where value comes into play. In terms of values, an average circulated 1974 half dollar is worth only about 50 cents to $1. Uncirculated examples in MS60, MS63 typically sell for $3 to $6, while MS65 graded coins can bring $20 to $40. High-end examples such as MS66 or MS67 certified coins can fetch anywhere from $200 to over $1,000 depending on the market. Proof coins from San Francisco usually sell for $4 to $10, but if you find a perfect PR69 or PR70 deep cameo, prices can reach $75 to $150. As always, condition is king in coin collecting. Now the real money maker for 1974 is the 1974D double die obverse DDO variety. This is one of the most famous double dies in the Kennedy half dollar series. Collectors can identify it by looking closely at the inscriptions on the obverse. The doubling is especially noticeable on the words "In God We Trust" and sometimes on Kennedy's profile features. In lower grades, this variety can sell for $40 to $100, while high mint state examples can bring $500 or more. In fact, some rare certified MS66 examples of this era have sold for over $1,000 at auction. Other mint errors also add value to the 1974 half dollar. Examples include off-center strikes, broad strikes, coins with clipped plankets, or even those struck on the wrong planchet type. For instance, if a 1974 half dollar was accidentally struck on a quarter planchet, it would be highly collectible and worth several $100s. Collectors pay special attention to these kinds of mistakes because they are rare and visually unique. Always examine your coins carefully under magnification to catch these unusual varieties. Another interesting fact about the 1974 half dollar is its role in circulation history. By the mid-1970s, the Kennedy half dollar was already disappearing from daily use. Many banks didn't even carry them because people tended to hoard them as keepsakes. This means a large portion of the 1974 mintage survived in relatively nice condition compared to coins that circulated heavily. However, finding one in pristine gem condition is still a challenge, making certified examples especially desirable to advanced collectors. The collector market for Kennedy half dollars continues to grow. Many new collectors start with this series because it's modern, affordable and deeply connected to American history. The 1974 coin, while not the rarest, is still an essential piece in any complete set for those building registry sets with grading services like PCGS or NGC. The competition for top-graded coins is fierce, which drives up prices. So even though this coin may look ordinary at first glance, its value potential lies in the details, errors, proofs, and gem uncirculated grades. To wrap things up, the 1974 Kennedy half-dollar may be common in circulated grades, but it holds significant value in numismatic history and in the collector market. Whether you're holding a proof high-grade uncirculated piece or the rare double-die variety, your coin could be worth far more than 50 cents, so check your collection carefully. If you enjoyed learning about this coin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss another deep dive into valuable coins. And don't forget to comment below if you have a 1974 half-dollar you might be sitting on a hidden gem. The design of the 1980 half-dollar continues to honor President Kennedy, sculpted by Gilroy Roberts. The obverse portrait is sharp and dignified, showing Kennedy facing left with the word Liberty above and "In God We Trust" along the bottom rim. The date 1980 sits prominently below his neckline. On the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, the American eagle holds arrows and an olive branch with its wings outstretched beneath a ring of 50 stars. This design mirrors the presidential seal, symbolizing both authority and unity. One important detail for collectors is the mint mark placement. On the 1980 Kennedy half-dollar, the mint mark is located just below Kennedy's neck truncation on the obverse side. Coins without a mint mark were struck in Philadelphia. Those with a D were minted in Denver, and proof coins with an S were minted in San Francisco. Spotting these mint marks is the first step in determining rarity and potential value. The metal composition of the 1980 half-dollar is different from earlier silver issues. Since 1971, the U.S. Mint produced these coins in a copper-nickel clad alloy. The outer layer is 75% copper and 25% nickel, while the inner core is pure copper. This results in a coin that looks silver-colored, but contains no precious metal. Its weight is 11.34 grams and it measures 30.6 millimeters across. Unlike the 1964 or special 40% silver issues from 1965 to 1970, the 1980 half-dollar is only worth more than face value to collectors. Let's move into mintage figures. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint struck 44,134,000 coins. The Denver Mint struck 33,456,449 coins, and the San Francisco Mint issued about 3,554,806 proof coins. These high numbers mean that 1980 Kennedy half-dollars are fairly common, especially in circulated condition. However, many of the coins were saved in rolls, mint sets, and proof sets, which explains collectors why today can still find them in excellent condition. Now let's look at values and price guides. A circulated 1980 Kennedy half-dollar typically trades for 50 cents its face value. Uncirculated examples, especially those in mint state 65 or higher, can sell for $3 to $10 depending on the grade and demand. Gem mint state coins, especially those graded MS66 or MS67 by PCGS or NGC, can reach $50 to $150. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are worth around $5 to $20 in typical proof condition, while perfect PR70 examples can go much higher, sometimes crossing the $100 plus mark. Collectors also look for varieties and errors in the 1980 half-dollar. Some of the most notable errors include double die outbursts, varieties, off-center strikes, missing clad layers, broad strikes, and clipped blankets. These minting mistakes are far rarer than regular issues, and their value depends on both the type of error and the coin's grade. For example, an off-center strike showing part of the blank planchet can bring $50 to $100, while a dramatic missing clad layer could fetch several $100s at auction. The historical context of the 1980 Kennedy half-dollar is also worth remembering. During this time, inflation and changing consumer habits meant that half-dollar had almost vanished from circulation. Many Americans viewed it more as a novelty or a collector's coin than actual spending money. Banks would order them, but most people didn't use them in everyday purchases. This decline in circulation created a situation where a large number of coins survived in uncirculated rolls, which is why they are still accessible to collectors today. If you're building a collection strategy, there are a few ways to include the 1980 half-dollar in your set. Many numismatists collect Kennedy half-dollars by year and mint mark, so having the PD and S versions of 1980 is essential. Others focus on condition, trying to secure the highest graded examples possible. Proof collectors will especially want the San Francisco coin, as its sharp strike and mirrored finish make it stand out. For the most serious collectors, certified error coins can add both value and uniqueness to a Kennedy series collection. In conclusion, while the 1980 Kennedy $50 may not be a silver treasure, it is a valuable piece of American numismatic history. Its design honors a beloved president. Its mintage reflects a transitional era in U.S. coinage, and its survival in mint sets makes it a popular choice. Among collectors, most examples are worth face value but uncirculated. Coins, proofs, and rare errors can sell for much more. So next time you come across a 1980. And if you enjoy videos about coins, values, and hidden treasures in pocket change, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth coin stories.